If you clicked on this video, then I promise you by the time that you finish it, you'll be able to speak better than 99% of the population. You'll be able to influence minds, shape conversations, and build a following that is influenced by every word you say. Because the truth is, the ability to talk is the most underrated superpower. It opens doors, builds empires, and allows you to influence millions. So if you want to level up, improve your confidence, and just speak more fluently, then watch this video until the end, because I will teach you step by step how to master the art of talking. So let's talk about some real strategies that you can use in your day-to-day life that will boost your confidence and improve your speaking by 100x. First things first, the interaction game. The truth is, it's normal and it's nerve-wracking to go up to random strangers and strike up a conversation. But there's one mindset that I developed changed everything for me. I like to call it the game. Essentially, you should approach interactions as if each conversation levels up your experience points. Every time you speak to someone, your XP bar goes up, and eventually it levels up your communication stat, just like in a video game. Let me give you an example that you can actually use. The other day, I was climbing a mountain with my girlfriend, and we challenged each other to see who could interact with more people. By the end of the climb, guess how many people we spoke to? 5, 10, 15, 30. 30 people each. The first was scary, but it progressively got easier and easier. Just like exposure and rejection therapy, the more you put yourself into these uncomfortable situations, the more it becomes comfortable. So the next time you're in public, I challenge you to see how many people you can say hello to, and think about your XP bar going up each and every time. So now that we're getting more used to interacting with random strangers, how do I hold and control a conversation? Great question. Let's break it down. Step 1, control the frame. In every single conversation, there's a hidden dynamic. Someone who is leading the conversation and someone who's following. If you ever feel like you're being talked over, ignored, or not taken seriously, it's because you are unconsciously giving away the frame. So how do we control the frame and actually take hold of the conversation? You do this by being calm, certain in what you say, and unreactive. Don't rush your words. Don't over-explain it. And definitely don't seek approval with every sentence. Here's a trick. The next time someone interrupts you, pause, look at them, and let the silence sit for a second. Then continue your point. There is so much power in pausing because people will naturally fight to fill the silence. The reality is, some of the best speakers in the world say the least, because when you speak from stillness, people lean in and want to know more. The next thing that will instantly change the way you speak is by asking questions that go deeper. Most people know how to talk about surface level topics really well, like how was your day? Crazy weather, right? That shit is boring and it will get you one word responses. Instead, you must ask questions that make people stop and think. For example, what's been on your mind lately? If money wasn't a thing, how would you live your life? Questions like this instantly shift the vibe, and it builds connection fast. And the absolute best thing about asking in-depth questions is that you can ask more questions based off their answers, which will then allow you to continue the conversation. And it's such a simple framework, but I use it all the time. If I get an answer from someone, I'll usually ask a question based off their answer. It always works. And when you get good at asking deep questions, people actually enjoy having conversations with you, because rather than one-word responses, it actually stimulates their brain. The next thing you must do is speak with purpose, not permission. This one is very, very important. A lot of guys today soften their speech with fillers. They say things like, I guess, maybe I'm wrong, but, or sorry, but I just wanted to say blah, blah, blah. Using that language is like shooting yourself in the foot. Start speaking with clarity. Another major part in becoming a master at talking is being comfortable with silence. Here's an underrated skill: learning to shut up when it's necessary. The most intelligent people are often the ones who just sit back and observe. Those who listen more than they speak. And this is because silence is one of the most powerful tools in communication. Most people fear it, so they ramble to fill in the space. But when you're okay with letting the moment breathe, it always hits so much harder, because silence isn't awkward unless you make it awkward. The next thing that will make you a top level communicator is learning how to tell a story. Listen, a well thought out story can do more than 1,000 facts ever could. Being able to paint a picture in people's imaginations makes them remember what you say 100 times easier. And when you wrap up a lesson in a story, it instantly makes you magnetic. So start practicing this. Take everyday moments, moments like I did with the mountain story and learn how to tell those moments with detail, emotion, and a punchline. Because in a world obsessed with speed, storytelling slows people down. Since the beginning of time, humans have told each other stories. It's in our DNA. The sixth thing that will help you improve your talking ability is learning how to harness body language and tonality. How you say something matters more than what you say. Tonality communicates confidence and body language communicates intent. So here's what to focus on. Maintain good posture. Posture will influence your presence. Speak with conviction and use hand gestures and body language to highlight key points. Whenever your voice and your body match, your words become truth. Quickly, let's be real for a second. A lot of you are confident online, behind a screen. You can send those risky DMs or leave a troll comment on someone else's post. But when it comes to real life, a lot of the time you freeze up. You avoid confrontation and you default to safe conversations. Because all that online confidence is fake. It's a lie if it doesn't exist face to face. That's the test. Can you carry that same energy in the real world when you're speaking one-on-one with another person? Can you go up on stage and present in front of thousands? Can you speak with clarity and be calm when it actually matters? Because if you can't, then I really do hope that you use the techniques in this video. The next thing I want to talk about is that presence is more important than performance. You don't need to be the funniest, you don't need to be the loudest, and you don't need to rehearse a perfect TED talk in your head. You just need to be present. When you're actually in the moment, not thinking about how you look or what other people are thinking about you, and you're actually present, others feel that energy. Presence is very rare, and that's why it is powerful. Most people go their whole life avoiding real conversations because they're hard. They fear rejection, judgment, and being vulnerable. But on the other side of that fear is power. The power to influence, to connect, and to become a leader. You don't need 100,000 followers, you just need 10 seconds of courage. To compliment that stranger, to ask the questions that matter, and to hold a conversation without raising your voice. Because the man who can talk can lead. We've seen it throughout history. The most influential leaders are the ones who can speak fluently. They speak with presence, with purpose, and with conviction. So next time you open your mouth, ask yourself this: am I speaking to just be heard? Or do my words have meaning? Do they accomplish something? Are they just noise, or do they actually carry weight? If you want to stand out in this world and become wildly successful, then you must master the art of talking. It's not about saying more. It's about saying less actually, but saying it better. Master this skill and you'll completely change the direction of your life. Because every opportunity, every relationship, every door that you've ever wanted to open starts with a conversation. I'm glad you got this far and I hope you learned something. I appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.